Don't move on him! Don't! Wait! Wait!
Get back!
Wait!
Drop the gun! Down.
For nearly half an hour, officers repeatedly asked one man to put down a handgun. They tried conversation. They tried giving him space. They called for a negotiator. And repeatedly, they told him they did not want anyone to get hurt. But eventually, the standoff reached a point where officers believed the threat had become immediate. What happened next was captured on body-worn cameras. Sunday, July 12th, 2026. At approximately 6:45 p.m., officers with the Montgomery County Department of Police and the Gaithersburg Police Department were dispatched to the 9600 block of Lost Knife Road. The reported problem was an armed man at a bus stop. According to the Maryland Attorney General's office, officers encountered a man with what appeared to be a handgun. That man was later identified as 46-year-old Elliott Powers of Rockville, Maryland. What followed was not a quick confrontation. It became an extended standoff involving multiple officers, a nearby shopping center, surrounding traffic, and a weapon that officers repeatedly ordered Powers to drop. The first moments show how quickly officers recognized the danger. Officers moved into position while repeatedly ordering the man to show his hands and drop the weapon. At the same time, radio traffic reveals another concern: the possibility of crossfire and the presence of a shopping center nearby. This wasn't simply about one officer confronting one armed individual. Multiple officers had to consider where they were positioned, where other officers were standing, and what was beyond their target.
We have a gun.
Drop the gun!
Come on, man, just drop the gun.
Just drop it, man. Be done.
Welty, Welty, you talk. Welty, you talk.
Hey, what's your name, partner?
Hey, get online! Don't shoot from depth.
What's your name, bud? Talk. Y'all fucking the wrong person. I'm just asking you. Y'all need to get this done. Please just drop it. Y'all fucking the wrong person. Please just drop it. I'm not dropping nothing. Please. Ain't guys taking it over here. Ain't dropping nothing. You get it. Do what you gotta do. I don't want to hurt you. You hurt me. I don't want you to go hurt me. You get that.
But officers didn't immediately resort to force. Instead, one officer began trying to establish a conversation. He asked for the man's name. He identified himself, and he repeatedly tried to create a connection.
My name is... All right, let's just start this. My name is Chris. My name is Chris. What's your name? Just tell me your first name. We're not going to go anywhere, partner. That gun. Drop the gun. Just drop the gun. Drop the gun.
13, make sure every officer's online.
Can we clear the back of the shopping center?
Everyone else be online. Everyone be online.
Come on. Work with me, partner. I don't want to do that. I want to stay with you here, all right? Let's just talk about this. My name is Chris. Can you just give me your name?
Through son, is there a negotiator still?
Just give me your name. Just your first name.
Any negotiator on 60?
What is it?
Any negotiator?
Elliott? All right, Elliott, my name's Chris. And I'd like to work through this with you.
Eventually, officers identified the man as Elliott, and that small piece of information became important. The encounter was no longer simply a series of commands. Officers were attempting to establish communication with him directly.
Elliott, please.
All right, hey.
Yeah.
Welty, we're gonna back out. You and me if we can.
Okay.
We're gonna give him space.
We'll do a little overlap here.
Ready?
Yeah.
We need some kind of cover if we're going to move. We got no cover. Unless we can move that way. Welty, we're going to move that way. All right. We're going to move this way. We're moving this way. We're coming this way. Come on.
Waiting on you, Welty.
You get one, or 5, you get one.
My camera's dying.
Okay, I'll take your spot. I'll take your spot. Yep.
Copy, let's do it.
I'm at 6%.
Yep.
You need to move!
Move, please! Go!
And you
Go!
he's in row. One has a shield, 5 is off.
Go!
Move! Move!
I gotta get back in that parking lot and tape that off. Somehow we gotta do something.
Your officers coming in. Can they start around to Montgomery Village? Lost on the back road. What do you say about the Montgomery Village officer? We just want to get that clear. No backdrop.
Nobody has a shield here. I can start walking the parking lot.
That radio traffic provides a glimpse into something the public normally doesn't see. While one officer may be focused on communicating with the armed man, other officers are simultaneously trying to build a safer perimeter. Minutes passed. Officers continued trying to establish communication. They asked why Elliott was there. They encouraged him to move away from the weapon, and they continued emphasizing that nobody wanted anyone to get hurt.
Why are we here today? I know we can't have you walk around the gun. I want you to do nothing. Were they talking? Were they talking? I want you to do nothing. There you go, good man. I like that, good man. Nobody's running up on you. We're sitting here talking. Nobody's running up on you.
This portion of the footage is important because nothing dramatic happens on screen. And that's precisely the point. The confrontation was becoming a test of patience. Officers were waiting for an opportunity to move the situation toward a safer resolution.
There you go, good man. I like that, good man. Nobody's running up on you. We're sitting here talking. Nobody's running up on you.
But while the conversation continued, officers were also preparing for the possibility that the situation could suddenly change. Radio traffic shows officers discussing the confirmed presence of a gun and the need to manage the surrounding area. They also continued working to establish a negotiator.
I'm gonna see you here tomorrow. He's trying to clear the shopping center. Something about pepperball gun. We got way too much traffic back there. worm gun. He pulled it out, racked it.
The longer the standoff continued, the more complicated the scene became.
Come on, Elliott.
Then, after nearly 30 minutes of confrontation, the situation began to change. Officers moved closer. The commands became more focused. And for a moment, the footage indicates that Powers' hands were visible.
Come on, Elliott, talk to me, brother. Let's call tonight. Look, this is bad day. Let's just start over tomorrow, all right? Let's start over tomorrow. Let's. All right, come on. I know, but we can't leave it the way it is right now. We can't leave it the way it is right now. The gun out! All right.
Hold fire! Hold fire! Approaching with you, Welty. Approaching with you, Welty. His hands are clear! His hands are clear! Moving! Moving! I have the gun! I have the gun!
An officer reported securing the handgun. Other officers moved in and took Powers into custody.
Not dead! Not dead! Not dead! Not dead!
But the footage does not end there. A later camera perspective captures a different and far more critical moment. Officers again ordered Powers to drop the handgun. Then, the commands changed.
Drop the handgun! Ceasefire! Don't move on him! Don't! Wait! Don't! Wait! Get back! Wait! Drop the gun!
Officers moved toward the scene only after the immediate danger had subsided. The weapon was secured. Officers moved to restrain Powers and called for medical assistance. Immediately afterward, officers called for fire rescue assistance. The Maryland Attorney General's office says officers rendered emergency medical aid until EMS arrived. Powers was pronounced dead at the scene. No officers were injured during the incident, according to the Attorney General's preliminary account. A handgun was recovered near Powers. The investigation was taken over by the Maryland Attorney General's Independent Investigations Division, or IID. The IID is a separate division within the Maryland Attorney General's office that investigates police-involved fatalities and certain serious injury incidents. The Attorney General's office released the body-worn camera footage on August 7, 2026, but the investigation itself was still ongoing at the time of that release. What does the footage actually establish? First, officers responded to a report involving an armed man. Second, officers repeatedly ordered him to drop the weapon. Third, the footage shows officers spending an extended period attempting to communicate with him. Fourth, officers repositioned and attempted to manage the surrounding area. And finally, the footage captures the moments in which officers fired their weapons and then secured the scene.
A body camera can capture what happened, but it cannot answer every question by itself. Those questions belong to the investigators, reviewing the footage, physical evidence, witness accounts, and other available information. What we can see here is a confrontation that lasted for an extended period before ending in a fatal police shoot. The Maryland Attorney General's Independent Investigations Division continues to examine what happened. And until that investigation is complete, the footage should be viewed as evidence of an event, not as a substitute for the final findings. If you want to see more real body cam footage, crime investigations, and the stories behind the headlines, subscribe to USA Crime Files. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next case.